June 2025, started the summer, and before that, I was always afraid to, first of all, talk to strangers just regularly, but second of all, talk to girls, which was crazy to me. But like, I was at an all boys school for 5 years. COVID happened, and I just like really stayed to myself. And I was tired of being uncomfortable, and like, it felt like it was a crutch in my life. Like, I couldn't move past it. I felt like I was right here and made it so far, and like, I had to get over this barrier to like get to where I wanted to go. And I was talking to people, especially talking to girls. And so I set out a goal for myself that summer, and it was talk to one new person a day. That was my action to work to get over this barrier little by little. And so every single day, I would go to the gym and I would talk to one new person. One new person every single day without fail. Now, as I was talking about, my main goal was to talk to one new girl a day. But for the first 2 weeks, I was too scared, and like even too scared to just talk to guys at the gym. But I started with that, talking with guys, and every single time I did this, talking to a new person at the gym, it was always uncomfortable, always. But every single time I would do it, I would feel great afterwards, and like my energy would be even higher. I would analyze what I did, but it was like the actual being uncomfortable, but still doing it anyways, was the most gratifying feeling ever. Now, it was really working up my courage to get to the real goal, talking to one new girl a day. And so after the first 2 weeks, I finally did that. And like, I wanted to do it in these 2 weeks, but I was like so scared, so frightened. I would always hesitate. But one time, I actually did that. And after that, every single day afterwards, I would do it. I did it for those 2 weeks. I did it for 7 weeks straight. And it was like, even though it was still super uncomfortable, and I would always be here, and I like sweat, and here the girl is whatever in the gym doing her stuff, and it never exactly got easier, but it was just like I got used to doing the thing that was uncomfortable to the point where I was just used to being uncomfortable. And it was crazy because a few weeks into it, yes, I was still nervous, but it's like, and I always reframe nervousness as excitement, because that's all it is. It's the same chemical in your body. But anyways, it just got easier to the point where I never really had to think about it that much, and I would just see somebody and go up and talk to her. And that was amazing. It's kind of like flow state, what everybody describes. But it was like, even some days at the gym, even when it felt like that, like I go up, I still didn't want to do it. So it was kind of like ups and downs, but not that high. It was like first time, like first 2 weeks when I talked to that first girl, it was like amazing. And like I'm still going amazing, but some days I didn't want to do it, but I still did it. And like my energy's down here, but I'm still doing what I want. It's like, this is kind of like my energy and kind of feeling is like, even though you get comfortable doing it, it's not always going to be fun. Some days it is, some days it isn't, but it's like, when you keep doing the thing that's uncomfortable, and it's like you have to keep doing the same one action a day, whatever that action is to get to your goal that you want to have. But it's like you take one action that's super uncomfortable for you, but you know is that obstacle that you need to get over to advance to where you want to be. And every single day you do that one action, be uncomfortable. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, some days you're gonna fail doing the one action, but you still did it. So even though you failed, you still did the thing. I know it's crazy to comprehend, but even on those days where you fail, you're still going up. It's the wildest thing. And like, you never know how long it takes to get over the threshold, but you just keep going every single day. And I'm telling you, if you don't do a certain day, you will feel like shit. Now, fortunately enough, I don't remember a day where I did that. There may have been one, but it was like, I know from other things that I did in my life that like when you take a day off, it's like you just feel like shit and you lose momentum. Yeah, you're gonna think at the beginning, like those small actions that you take won't add up. It's just like little stairs. You'll think that they won't add up, but over time, for some reason, this is still one action, but you go even further and even further, and over time, it just takes off. It's crazy. And if you've done something like this where you stuck with one action every single day, it was super fucking uncomfortable, but you kept doing it and you saw the outcome that you wanted, you'll know exactly what I'm fucking talking about. But for someone that hasn't, someone that was in my place at the start of the summer 2025 in June, where I set this goal out, you won't know what I'm talking about until you actually do it. And some days you're gonna feel like, damn, I really don't feel like doing this. Well, if you feel that way, I have a video on my YouTube channel where I felt that. I still did everything, but my energy just fell off. But I still did the thing that I wanted to do, and I set up for myself. And it was like, I talked to the two prettiest girls that I've seen during that day and still felt like shit. But I kept going. In a few weeks later actually, I met this beautiful girl, first girlfriend, whatever you want to call it. It was like amazing. And I'm just telling you, like, it's really just like every single day. Every single day. Don't miss a day, bro. I'm telling you. One action a day. It's the same fucking action. It's gonna become so mundane, and it's okay. But I'm telling you, if you really want it, you'll stick with it. And it has to be uncomfortable. You have to be scared. It has to be uncomfortable. Because when it's comfortable, then it's like, you're not really moving anywhere, you know? And uncomfortable doesn't mean like you're always scared. Sometimes it's just like, I don't want to do this because it's so repetitive. That's uncomfortable. That's uncomfortable in its own way. It's like once you know what you want. And let me talk about like setting goals. Don't figure out like the end goal first. Figure out who you need to be to get to that end goal first. So figure out the identity that you need to have first to get to your end goal. Well, of course you have to have the end goal in mind, but figure out who you need to be, what that person does, all of his traits. That's what I did. I wrote it down in my journal. Then 2, figure out the single action that you want to take, that you need to take every day to be him. And when you figure out your identity, don't say, okay, I will be him. Once you figure this out, you already are him. You are him. So you're taking this one action to justify to yourself and prove to yourself every single day that you are him. You're not who you used to be anymore. Like, you have to fucking make that switch, and it's so fucking powerful. Read Atomic Habits, Psycho-Cybernetics. It will all change your life. But it's just like, I haven't read them yet, but they talk about the same things. But it's like, this is so true, and it's exactly what I did. Why I feel so great about it. Why I keep coming back to it. It's like, figure out who you need to be, who you want to be, all of his traits. Once you figure that out, you're not who you used to be anymore. You are this person, but you don't have that much evidence to show. So it's like you start from ground zero. First day, you gotta take that action so you prove to yourself little by little, oh shoot, I am him. Yeah, I waited 2 weeks, but I started by talking to guys which I was still uncomfortable with. So I was every single day proving to myself, yeah, I am him, little by little. But I still felt like I wasn't him because I wasn't doing the thing I wanted to do, talk to girls. So once I started that, in the 2 weeks, that's when it really took off. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was uncomfortable as fuck, bro. But it gets easier. When you keep going, and when you do it for long enough, it just becomes part of you. It's the craziest thing, I'm telling you. Yeah, there's science behind it, but if you believe this, it will work. Because it does. I've done it myself. So, figure out what you want. Figure out who you need to be to get that. Once you figure this out, you're not who you used to be anymore. You are this person. So then you figure out the one action that you need to take every single day to keep being this person, and your end goal will come. You don't know the time, but it will. As long as you keep doing this one action every single day. You got this, bro. If you need help, motivation or just somebody to talk to, I'm always here. Type in the comments. Text me on Instagram at Zach Greer, all lowercase, no space. I'm always here, bro. I got your back on this. You're not alone in this journey. Even though I thought I was. But, alright, bro, best of luck.